So this Kriya focuses on the belly, or the place of the third chakra, and the heart, the place of the fourth chakra. And it tries to balance out the energies of the two. And whenever I'm feeling unbalanced in any way, I come back to this practice. It's a great one for healing. It's a great one for when you just feel off, but you don't know what in you is off. It's a great one for coming back to yourself, your body, your heart, your breath. And when I say balance, I mean that sometimes we can operate more from our lower energy centers. So the lower energy centers house your digestive organs, your sexual organs, your fight or flight mechanism, all the things we need to survive rest in the lower part of the body. And then in the upper parts of the body are our more spiritual self, if you will, the places that connect to something greater, the places that house our intuition, our heart sense, our kindness, our connectedness. And it's really important to balance out between these energy centers so that we're not operating too much from our lower, so that we're sort of stressed or angry or anxiety ridden, or like I said, I tend to go into fight or flight quite a bit when I'm not actually being threatened. It's just my body's sort of panicked reaction. But conversely, we can operate too much from our higher energy centers where we are very connected and open, but maybe we lack the commitment to do something, or we don't sort of sit down and take the practical steps we need to achieve a goal of ours. So mixing between the two and balancing between the two can be a really helpful way to hit reset on the body, mind, and soul. This practice uses a lot of breath of fire. If you are new to Kundalini or breath of fire, two things. First, breath of fire should never be done if you are pregnant, and it's not recommended if you're on the first 3 days of your menstrual cycle. If you fall into either category, take as much care as you need, defer to your limits always, but also just keep it to a long, deep breath. If you want to try breath of fire and you're not used to it or you haven't practiced it before, hit pause here. I have a quick 3-minute video, which I actually filmed with my son and his friends on how to do breath of fire. And it's just a quick tutorial that goes into breath of fire a little bit more deeply. So I would recommend that you pause here, watch that quick clip, and then come back. Take the hands and rub them together at the center of the chest, closing the eyes. Just take a second to really arrive in whatever space you find yourself in today. And then take the hands in stillness at the center of the chest, prayer position. Thumbs lightly touching the sternum, eyes closed, just coming to a gentle breath. Really arriving in the space. Feeling sits bones grounded into earth, vertebrae stacked one on top of the other. Shin can come ever so gently down and back. That will elongate the back of the neck. Letting the shoulders relax down the back, throat relaxed, face, jaw, forehead, and scalp soften. And starting to move into a deliberate yogic breath in which we take an inhale, breathing breath into the face, down through the chest and into the belly. Belly will expand out on an inhale. And on an exhale, belly will pull back towards spine as breath leaves belly, then chest, then face. Continuing to breathe here, eyes closed, tuning in with the Adi Mantra. The Adi Mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within. I bow to the creative knowing within. If you know it, you can say it with me, or just listen and breathe. And inhale here. Exhale, relax. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold the breath in. Take a light squeeze to the belly. Just start to wake up the body. Hold. And exhale, hands come to knees, starting with a few gentle warm-ups before we get into our Kriya. Starting with gentle head rolls. Inhale, head drops forward. Exhale, head circles around and down. Pick whichever direction to start. Close the eyes, focus on the breath. Inhale, head drops back. Exhale, head circles forward. Throughout class, I will remind you to take each posture at your speed. My vigorous folks can go really deep and fast. My gentle folks can stay nice and slow. The only thing that matters is that you move with the breath. So let the breath dictate when and how the body moves. And that'll be different for each one of us. And it will be different for you day to day. So just honor that, honor where you are. Slowly reverse direction here, taking it to the opposite side. Inhale, head drops back. Exhale, forward. Breathing space into the jaw, breathing a relaxation into the throat, into the shoulders. If you clench your jaw, like I do almost all day long, this can be really challenging to breathe space into the jaw. So just try to take it slow with each exhale, with each movement. Just let go. You can even open the mouth. Let the jaw be loose. Let the forehead soften. And slowly coming into stillness in the center. You see me on my computer just keeping time here. Working our way down our backs. Shoulder shrugs, inhale up, exhale down. Just bringing some warmth to the shoulders, the back of the neck, starting to bounce the heart up and down in space, loosening stuff up. Again, I hold almost all of my tension either in my hips or in my jaw and upper shoulder. So really use a deep and powerful breath to release some tension in between the shoulder blades and the back of the neck. Here we go, making the breath louder, more audible. And last time, inhale, shoulders squeeze up, and this time find Mulabandha root lock, rectum, sex organs, then lower belly, come in and up. Squeeze everything up, pelvic floor lifts, up, 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 squeeze. And exhale, relax. Inhale here. Exhale, you can slip eyes open to the space for a moment. Take hands on whichever shin is in front of you. If you want to take a more traditional cross-leg position, so you're really, you have a shin to hold on to, go for it. So toes are right where the knees are bent. Spinal flex, inhale forward, exhale back. Chin stays parallel to the earth. All the movement comes from the belly and the heart. Always let the neck be sort of loose and gentle. Never really throwing our head and neck around unless there's a specific instruction to do so. Inhale forward, exhale back, eyes closed, in and out through the nose, go. Inhale, pull the heart and the belly through the shoulders and arms. And on the exhale, start to feel that connection between the center of the belly and the center of the chest. Pulling the belly and heart back and up into the body on your exhale. Really rolling on the sits bones. Again, warming up the lower back. So good if you've been sitting all day, as I have. Just bringing some warmth to the hip joints and bringing some increased warmth and flexibility to the spine. Last few seconds. My vigorous folks can take this a little bit faster. Inhale forward, exhale back. My gentle folks go slow and at your pace. Always defer to what feels right to you. And last time, inhale, pull the heart and the belly through the shoulders and the arms. Hold the breath in, squeeze in, lift pelvic floor in and up, root lock. Sealing off from the base of the body, pulling energy from the earth up through the spine, through the throat, face, and out the crown of the head. And exhale, relax. Inhale here. Exhale, slip eyes open for a moment, stretch legs out in front of you, just a couple more gentle warm-ups. I'm operating really carefully because I'm in a beautiful, very old barn and I'm afraid I'm gonna get splinters. Stick your legs out in front of you, really flex the feet. Any discomfort in the lower back, take a slight bend in the knees. We're gonna be moving from the heart with a nice straight spine. So if flexibility isn't available today, bend the knees as much as you want, sit the hips up on a blanket or a block as much as you want. This is just about warming up the body. First 2 fingers and thumb, grabbing big toe if available. If not, ankle, shins, knees, it really doesn't matter. Pay attention to the neck again. Chin comes down and slightly back. Spine is elongated, shoulders are away from the ears, down the back. We're moving the heart. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we lower. I am super tight right now. I've been sitting all day and super stressed at work. So I'm gonna take these pretty slow. If you're really open or you just did another workout and you wanna take these really fast, right from the beginning, go for it, your choice. Eyes are closed, chin comes down and in. And when you're ready, inhale up, exhale down. Keeping those feet flexed, even if you have the knees bent. Feet flexed will start to help open up the backs of the legs, warming up the lower back, bringing breath deep into the lower body. So on an inhale as you come up, imagining bringing new prana, new breath into the lower back, into the kidneys, start to decompress that fight or flight mechanism. Last few seconds here. Again, my vigorous folks can take this pretty quick. Gentle folks stay where it feels good to you. Make the breath loud and powerful no matter how quickly or slowly you're moving. And last time, inhale, heart up, feet flexed, Lift the heart towards sky, retain the breath, squeeze and lift, root lock in and up. And as you exhale, just roll over the knees. Let everything sort of slump over. Let everything be loose and soft. Gentle breath in and out of the body. And when you're ready, on the next inhale, slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, slip eyes open to the room. Paying attention to the not getting splinters. Coming back into easy seated pose, or you could take this in rock pose. We're just gonna take a really gentle twist. Last warm-up movement, but I'm still feeling pretty tight through my ribs. Just a few seconds here. We're gonna take the hands on the shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs behind, twisting, but twisting from that core of the body, the trunk. So take a second to pull the belly in and up. Subtle adjustments in all of yoga make all the difference. So it's not how big is the movement, but where is the movement coming from? And is it being timed with breath? All yoga, Kundalini, and all other types come back to those two fundamentals. Elbows are the height of the shoulders, arms are parallel to the earth. Inhale, twist you left, exhale, right, go. Again, just warming up through the side body, bringing some movement to the heart before we get into the Kriya. Just letting yourself warm and breathe. Last few seconds here. Vigorous folks can go faster, louder, more powerful breath. And inhale right into the center. Pause, open the heart, lift the chest, hold the breath in, squeeze and lift, root lock in and up, hold. And exhale, relax. Hold here, eyes closed, gentle breath. See if you can just notice the sensations of the body. Letting all sounds, all feelings come in, and then also letting them go. To just be with the body and the breath. And noticing the heart might be beating slightly different. And just taking note of the simple power of just basic movements, but timing them with breath. And take a deep inhale. Exhale, slip eyes open to the space, and we will come into our Kriya. I'm going to keep time on my computer, so you'll see me show you the posture and then pause to start the time so I can keep really precise times. Just know that I have shortened the times for this Kriya proportionately to fit it in under an hour. If you're ever looking for a longer, deeper practice, there are other versions of this Kriya that use the full times. But I think I've about halved or a third all of the times in this Kriya. So let's get started. So we're starting off first with a life nerve variation. So stretching out the right leg. Again, if you're on old wood like me, be careful to not get splinters. Left heel can come into the body or into half lotus position, which is left foot on top of right thigh. Again, take whatever's available, use props as you need. You can always lift the hips up. You can always bend the knee if you have any lower back issues. Grabbing big toe with first two fingers and thumbs if available. If not, ankle, shin, knee, it doesn't matter. grabbing on here, we're going to, again, just like we did in the warm-up, bring the chin slightly down and in. That lifts the heart and lets the spine expand. You're just holding here, straight arms, grabbing whatever you can, foot is flexed, and we're taking long, deep breath, or that breath of fire, so pumping the belly onto the thigh or up against the bottom of the foot, your choice. Eyes are closed, and when you're ready, grabbing that big toe, ankle, shin, whatever, spine is nice and long, chin down and in, breath of fire or long, deep breath, go. If you're taking breath of fire, you should really feel the belly pumping. Remember, the breath of fire is equal inhales and exhales through the nose, belly pulling sharply in when the exhale happens. So belly comes in when breath pushes out. If ever you get tripped up with breath of fire and you need to re-regulate, try opening the mouth and panting like a dog. Dogs do breath of fire naturally when they're exerted. You can feel the belly pumping and then close the mouth and take it back through the nose. Long, deep yogic breath is also great here if breath of fire isn't for you today. Inhale, belly should expand out against the thigh and foot. Exhale, belly should pull back towards spine. And inhale, hold the breath in, stretch the heart up, shoulders away from the ears. Root lock comes in and up, flex the foot. And exhale, relax, come out, slip eyes open to the space, and very carefully come into same position, opposite side, flexing the left foot, taking the right heel into the body, or right foot in half lotus. Let me reset the time here. Grabbing whatever you can, again, chin down and in. Let the back be elongated but relaxed. Face is relaxed. A long, deep breath or breath of fire. Go. Pumping the belly or moving the belly in and out up against that upper left thigh as you breathe deep into the belly. If any discomfort starts to arise, see if you can welcome that in. Now, if there's any pain, back off, always honor your limits, defer to your own judgment about your body. But if it's just discomfort, maybe feelings you don't want to feel, or things that happened today, this week, this year you don't want to think about, see if you can just let them in, but come back to the breath. So we're just touching in on any discomfort that arises, and coming back to that breath, letting go of whatever wants to go, welcoming in whatever wants to come in. Last few seconds here. And deep, inhale, hold the breath in, root lock squeezes in and up. Stretch the spine nice and long. And exhale, relax. Slowly roll up. Eyes can come back open to the space. Next position, we're coming down on our backs. If you like a blanket underneath your lower back or your hands on your sits bones for lower back stability, go ahead and grab that now. So coming onto our backs, we're going to take a kicking motion with the legs. So again, take whatever you need so that lower back feels stabilized. First, from lying down, take a light sort of half squeeze to the lower belly throughout all of these on our back postures. That really helps stabilize your core. Legs are coming into the body. You can give yourself a hug for a second. And then hands are right by the sides or right underneath the sits bones. And we're inhaling one leg up and then down with the intention of the heel hitting the sits bones. If the heel does not reach the sits bones, don't worry about it. If you have any discomfort in the knees, you can take this really slow. Or again, you can take it pretty vigorously. We're just moving energy out of the lower triangle that wants to go. You're inhaling up, exhaling down, and then switching to the opposite side. So it looks like this. Keep that lower belly tucked in. Starting our timer here, not here very long. Give it a powerful breath. Eyes closed. And when you're ready, go. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, kick it down. Inhale up, exhale down, alternating sides. Again, just notice what's arising. Can you notice the sensations of the body, but come back to the breath? Just notice whatever the mind is telling you. If this feels uncomfortable, just be with that. If it feels really good, I find this feels really good sometimes when I've been sitting all day. Go with that. Use the breath to move something up and out. Last 30 seconds here. If ever you need to give the body a break, rest by hugging the knees into the chest. Keep the breath going, keep the eyes closed. So stay in the energy of the movement. Stay imagining yourself doing the movement, and then come back to the physical act when you're ready. It has an incredible energetic benefit to imagine yourself doing the postures, even if the body needs a rest. So honoring where you are, stretching to that next place in your practice. And inhale both legs up to 90 degrees. Hold the breath in. Squeeze and lift pelvic floor in and up. Might induce some shaking. Shaking is the nervous system's way of starting to heal the body getting stronger. Welcome that in. And exhale, relax. Knees can come into the chest. Deep breath here. Notice the vibration of the body. That all of these movements are precisely timed together to help the body's energy start to reorganize. When the energy starts to reorganize, the body can heal, the mind can relax, and the heart can open. Inhale here. Exhale, staying where you are, but slipping eyes open to me for a second. We're gonna start a pistoning motion with the legs. Again, hands down by the sides or right underneath the sits bones, your choice. I'll show you what it looks like first. So on an inhale, you're gonna pull the left knee into the chest, stretch the right leg out, hovering 6 to 12 inches over earth, and then exhale, switch. Again, keep that light squeeze to the belly so you're really stable through the core of the body. If stretching the leg all the way out isn't available, come to whatever is available to you today. Remembering that we're always just inching our way stronger, letting go of judgment, letting go of any place we think we should be, just meeting ourselves where we are with compassion and patience and honoring ourselves for just getting to our mat. Inhale and exhale and switch. Eyes are closed. Take the hand position wherever you need to stabilize the lower back. And when you're ready, go. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Again, not here very long. And we're moving things through the lower 3 energy centers of the body while strengthening the belly, strengthening the legs. So really make the breath deep and powerful here. There's so much power in a deep and powerful breath to move things up and out of the body. So every experience we have gets stored within the body until we move it through and let it go. This is particularly true for hard experiences, traumatic experiences, emotional experiences, but that we can touch into those and breathe and bring a little bit of movement. They can start to lift, and then we're open to whatever comes up in the present moment. So moving something in and out here, just keeping watch of our time. You are in the home stretch, last 30 seconds right here. Inhale and exhale. Last few seconds. If you came out, come back. And pause the movement. Inhale, stretch both legs out, hovering over earth. Hold the breath in, squeeze and lift pelvic floor in and up. Hold, let yourself shake. And exhale, relax. Let everything fall to earth for just a moment. Let legs fall open, let arms fall open. Flip the hands so that the palms are facing the sky. It's a receptive position. Let everything be still. And notice where the heart is beating in the body. See if you can put your breath right on your heartbeat. And taking a quick note of how quickly we can go from activity and discomfort to stillness and peace. And resting in and knowing that whenever we cultivate the energy to go from discomfort to peace, we increase our awareness of how to do that when we're not on our mats. So just building that resilience, building that reservoir of peace that always exists within us. It's just that we have to take deliberate steps to activate it, or at least I do. Starting to breathe deep here, wiggling fingers and toes. Waking the body up. And then when you're ready for a full body stretch, inhale, arms up overhead, toes stretch in the opposite direction. Give some space between the bones of the back. And exhale, hug knees into chest. Give them a squeeze. And then really slowly and gently slip eyes open to the space and just start to rock backwards and forwards. You can take the hands under the folds of the knees. Breathe 3 or 4 times. Just coming up to a seated position. And from seated, we're gonna roll right onto our hands and knees. Get my timer ready here. So rolling over onto the hands and knees for what is admittedly one of the most challenging postures, at least for me, in Kundalini yoga, but also really powerful. So know that you can just ease your way into this posture, and each time you do it, you'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. I'll show you the full pose and then offer lots of modifications. It just stopped raining, it's so humid. So hands are right underneath shoulders, and we're spreading our hands wide, pressing palms right into the earth. Again, hands right underneath those shoulders. Knees are coming back, so not in a cat-cow position, but we're bringing the hips forward and knees back, starting to aim the body almost in one line from the toes to the top of the head. If it's available, you're gonna lift up onto the tops of the feet, and we're holding here with breath of fire, a long deep breath. Chin will want to jut out and belly will want to drop. See if you can resist the urge to let the body look like this. Bringing power back into the belly, bring the chin in and down. Again, that nice, beautiful diagonal one line between the top of the head and the toes. Modifications, you can stay right here. Staying on the knees, but really pouring the heart forward and leaning the hips down. You have to activate the belly to stay here. You have to activate and kick down through the tops of the feet. This is a great way to strengthen the body. So come here when you need, come up when it's available. If ever, my wrists tend to get quite sore in this position. So if you ever need rest, just come right back here to a child's pose, circle the wrists, and then come back in when you're ready. Taking whichever version works for you. Another alternative is to take this on the tops of your hands. Again, if wrists feel really uncomfortable, this is another nice option. Other option, come down onto the elbows. Again, comes to the tops of the feet. That makes it a little bit less intense. So taking whichever version works for you. We're not here very long. Eyes are closed, hips are leaning forward, and long deep breath or breath of fire, go. Chin is staying down and in. Activating the lower core of the belly, lifting through the belly and hips. If breath of fire gets too intense, and it definitely can get intense in this position, just take it to a long, deep breath. Again, coming down on the knees, resting when you need. Keep the breath going. Keep the eyes closed. Come back when you're ready. Rounding out into the last 30 seconds, letting in whatever shaking, letting in all of the discomfort. See if you can use a powerful breath to move you right through. There is a different feeling on the other side of this posture. Give yourself the ability to stay in whatever movement you've decided to take just for the last few seconds. Use the breath. If you took a break, come back here. Last 10 seconds, give it everything you've got. And hold the posture, inhale, hold all the breath in, squeeze and lift pelvic floor in and up, hold and squeeze. Stay in the posture, exhale all the breath out. Last time, inhale all the breath in. Stay in the posture, exhale all the breath out, and at the end of the exhale, squeeze and lift pelvic floor in and up with the breath held out. And inhale. Exhale, knees come to earth. Push back into a gentle child's pose. I like my knees to be a little bit apart here. Let the forehead find the earth or block or blanket. Just breathing in. Notice where the heart is beating in the body. And on an inhale, slide the hands next to the floating ribs if they're not there already. And on an exhale, slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Stretching legs out in front of you, we're gonna come back onto our backs. And this is the final challenging movement in this Kriya. And we're only holding it for about 30 seconds. So we're coming into Kundalini stretch pose, or your version of stretch pose. But we're only taking 2 breaths here, same breath pattern as we did when we were doing the front platform. So we're gonna come down onto our backs. Full Kundalini stretch pose is hands, arms, space, neck, shoulders are up off the earth, and legs are coming up 6 inches off the earth. You're looking towards your toes. Toes are pointed, and you're really stretching. The head stretching behind you, the toes stretching forward. We're holding here with 2 breaths. Inhaling and hold, exhale, and then inhale, exhale, and hold with the breath out. Lots of options. Take whatever you need. Since we're taking 2 breaths, you can take the first breath with 1 leg up, and then switch if that's the way you're strengthening today. You can also take the hands underneath the sits bones and just lift what's available. You can also leave upper body on earth and just moving the legs, your choice. Take whatever's available. This is just a seal. It's like the cherry on top of the ice cream, sort of the seal for all of the postures that we did, just really grounding through the core of the body. Coming onto your back, palms are either underneath sits bones or on facing the earth. Take a second to take a light squeeze to the lower belly. That'll tip the pelvis forward a little bit. Feel that power even though legs are still on earth. And when you're ready, deep inhale lifts everything up. Hold with the breath in, squeeze and lift pelvic floor in and up. Hold. Hold the posture, exhale all the breath out. Again, inhale, breath in. Hold the posture, exhale all the breath out, and squeeze and lift, root lock in and up with the breath held out. Let yourself shake, welcome it in, hold, 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 and inhale, and exhale, relax. Let everything fall to earth. Let legs fall open, let arms fall open. If you ever need a very quick 20-second reset where you're feeling really out of your own power, disconnected from your own strength, it's a great one to do. Kundalini stretch pose, even for just 2 breaths like we just did, can really ground you and center you. They say that stretch pose is a beautiful way to cultivate that spiritual warrior aspect of ourselves. Again, that's always within you. It's just a deliberate action that can help you activate that which already exists. And when you're ready, start to wiggle fingers and toes, breathing deep. And then inhale, once again, full body stretch, arms up overhead, toes stretch in the opposite direction. And exhale, hug both knees into chest, give them a squeeze. You can rock from side to side if that feels good. Breathing space into the jaw, softening the face. And then holding under the folds of the knees, again, rocking 3 or 4 times and coming up to a gentle seated position. We are seated for the last few movements in this Kriya. So if you like a blanket or a block, or you're just sick of sitting in one position and you want to make a modification, now is the time to do that. The only thing that matters here is that the spine is nice and straight. So the instruction is for easy pose, but again, take what's available to you. Don't force yourself to stay in a posture if you're just going to focus on the discomfort. Honor what feels good, stretching the spine nice and long, and the rest is sort of optional or up to you. So this is really sort of a moving meditation. And I'm just going to show you the arm posture so that you can hopefully keep the eyes closed, but I'll walk you through with instruction the whole time. We're starting out with arms stretched out, not straight to the side, but forward slightly, like you were going to give someone I was gonna say a hug, albeit a very awkward hug. And there's lots of energy through the fingers. So fingers are really stretched wide, like you're shooting sort of beams of light from your fingernails. You're gonna hold here for a few breaths, and then on my count, we're gonna take a deep inhale, hold the breath in, wrap the thumbs, make tiny sort of angry fists, and we're gonna pull, and we're gonna bring tons of tension through the chest and arms. You can see, I can bring so much tension, I can force myself to shake. Do that. It's a nervous system healing itself. Animals shake after they experience a traumatic event. They literally shake off the experience of a traumatic event. So give yourself that gift. When the fists reach the chest, cannonball breath out. And then we'll inhale, hold the breath in, wrap the fists, and do it 3 times. Then we'll come back out to starting position, a few more breaths here. Then we'll slowly move our hands right, hovering in front of the chest center, bringing the fingers together, palms 4 inches away. We'll bring the chin down and in, and we will look in the space in between the hands. Then we'll take a few breaths with hands touching in prayer. We'll take a few breaths with forehead on earth, block, or blanket. So if you like a prop, bring it over next to you so you have it in arm's distance. Slide it right over, bringing the head to the floor, whatever's available. And then we'll sit back up. And lastly, we'll take Gyan Mudra, first finger and thumb touching, backs of hands on knees, and hold here with a gentle breath. I'll walk you through it. I just wanted you to see it first. Taking a sip of water and getting my timer here. Again, take whatever you need to be comfortable. And when you're ready, sits bones grounded, shoulders relaxed down the back, space within the jaw, softness within the forehead. Stretch the arms out. Again, bring them forward like you are giving a hug. Stretch the fingers wide. Close the eyes and come to a gentle breath. And notice that other than the rise and the fall of the body as you breathe, inhale, body rises. Exhale, body falls. Everything else is still. We're charging the heart center here, bringing in new capacities for healing, for openness, for kindness. Elbows as straight as you can get them. Hands and fingers as energized as you can feel. And when you're ready, eyes closed, take a deep inhale, hold that breath in, wrap your thumbs, make tiny fists and pull. Bring so much tension to the arms, to the chest, to the upper body. Let yourself tremble. Feel how this is feeding the nervous system. Pull, pull, pull. When fists reach chest, cannonball breath out. And inhale, arms come out to starting position. Hold the breath in, wrap the thumbs, and pull. Really pull here. We're only doing this 3 times. Give it everything you've got. Feel tension through the center of the body. Like you were pulling together the heaviest thing you can imagine. And exhale powerfully. Last time. Inhale, arms out. Wrap the thumbs and squeeze and pull. 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 Stay with it. Stay. 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 And powerful exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, arms back to starting position, elbows straight, energy through the hands and fingertips, eyes closed, long, deep breath. Commit to the posture, straight elbows, hands energized, spine nice and long and tall. Shoulders relax down the back. Watch the body rise on an inhale. Watch the body fall on an exhale. Opening up the heart's capacity to better serve our choices, our thoughts. And with eyes remaining closed, slowly start to move the palms towards each other, bringing the fingers into touch, moving towards prayer position, but pausing when the palms are about 4 inches away from each other, right in front of the center of the chest. And once you have the palm position, slowly lower the chin down and in, and open the eyes slightly, coming to stare at the space between the palms of the hands. And bring a gentle breath. Bring a commitment for just the next few seconds to really stare at the space between the palms. You may notice a slight push-pull energy in between the palms of the hands. Just breathe with that. And remember, when the mind tries to bring us out, it's only doing that to try and protect us. The mind projects, judges, remembers, thinks about the future in order to give us a false sense of protection. So just forgive the mind for trying to protect us. Let the thoughts pass right through and come back to a gentle breath. Come back each moment to a recommitment to the arm posture, to the breath, to staring at the space between the hands. And let it be a moment by moment practice. Bring patience and forgiveness and compassion to yourself. Very slowly and gently close the eyes once again and bring the palms to touch into prayer position right at the center of the chest. Eyes closed, breathing long and deep. And here you're going to bring the focus to that third eye. So the space in the forehead right in between and just above the eyebrows. Just imagine bringing breath in and out of that space. Breathing in and out of the physical location of the pituitary gland, the master gland. Bringing light, bringing space to the seat of our intuition. forgive the mind when it brings you out. Let the breath bring you back. And if you need an internal sound to help quiet the mind, you can think the word Sat Nam. So on each inhale, think the word Sat, S-A-T. On the exhale, think the word Nam, N-A-M. Sat Nam, I am truth. Truth is my identity. Letting the breath be long and deep, but gentle. Bringing the Sat Nam in and out of the third eye. Closed very slowly, bringing forehead to earth or block or blanket. The hands stay in prayer pose, but they can be relaxed. So let everything melt, sort of slump over, bringing that center of the forehead to touch the earth, blanket, block, whatever. Really see if you can relax here. Letting everything breathe gently. Noticing that the capacity for patience, for stillness, for breathing always exists within. That we hold everything we need already within. That these postures and these practices are just ways to activate our own capacity for healing, for relaxation, for kindness and patience. Breathing deep, breathing into the lower belly and back. Really allow forgiveness to seep in of ourselves. Forgive anything we're holding on to. Forgive our self-judgments. Very slowly and gently, on your next inhale, with eyes closed, roll up back to a comfortable seated position. Bring the backs of the hands to the knees, bringing first fingers and thumbs to touch, closing the eyes, taking a final rest. Coming back to a really gentle, forgiving focus on the breath. Inhales into the belly, watching the body rise. Exhales from the belly, watching the body fall. starting to breathe through that space in the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrow points. Giving yourself the Satnam as a place to rest the breath. Inhaling, thinking Sat. Exhale, thinking Nam. Like to stay here, by all means, stay. And pause the video, staying here as long as you like. And if you'd prefer to end with me, take a deep inhale, fill up with new prana, new breath. Hold the breath in, just hold. Let the breath circulate throughout the body, bringing space and light. And as you exhale, bringing hands into prayer position at the center of the chest, eyes closed. Closing down our practice with the long-time sun. Taking this in as a wish or a hope for yourself. Honoring yourself for making it to your mat. For taking a few moments of your day to go in and out of discomfort, coming back to peace. Really honor yourself for making the brave decision to do that. And let that be enough. Accept that that decision is enough for today, for this week. And as you take these words in, also send them out into a space of the world that really needs warmth today. Remembering that no matter how we came to class, there is someone somewhere that is not warm, is not safe, is not on a yoga mat. So sending this to them. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. And ending our practice with one long Sat, short Nam. Sat Nam, I am truth and the light in me, always and forever honoring the light in each of you. Taking a deep inhale to prepare. Sat Nam, light to all, love to all, peace to all. Sat Nam, thank you so much. I hope this practice served you, and this practice and the effects of this Kriya deepen with repetition. So this is a great practice to come back to. In Kundalini, you can try a practice every day for 40 days. And it brings new patterns and insights within the body, mind, and soul. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I think I have dirt on my forehead from leaning down for so long. And I hope to connect with you all again soon. Thank you so much. Sat Nam.